story about my mother because she fell into dementia in 2003, 2004, and I have been through this thing of accompanying her um, in her years. Maybe it was two or 3 years actually before she passed. She was 81 when this happened. But I went back home because I'm a failed artist. I actually had some success when I had my studio in Via Fiesole in from 1998 to 2005. I was in this studio workshop. I was actually living in it, and producing things and selling them, and I was quite happy because, the year 2000 was the best year um, as far as I could, work and sell my things, watercolors and cards and boxes and things like that. But then, I used to call back home, and once she said, "Oh, why don't you go and visit your aunt, so and so?" And I said, "Oh, but she's passed already." And here it was actually a sign for me that she wasn't quite well, because my aunt had passed quite a few years ago, before this, and she was also in another country, so I couldn't really go and visit her. And my mother, if she had been well, she would have pretty much remembered this, and wouldn't have even suggested such a thing. Because my mother was an intellectual. She was, a journalist, and she was writing and, reading books, and had, through her career, managed to be the breadwinner of our family, even though my father worked, but he earned much less. And so I was already telling my brother, because he had come back from the States just to look after her, and they had a very good rapport. And I told him, there's something going on here. And he said, yes, I've been taking her to the doctor and, doing scanning things. And but she was so, confident and arrogant, and all sorts of, you know, um, things had boosted her ego. So when I went back home, and I didn't have a penny, and I hadn't been, and she knew I was an artist, and I hadn't done well in her estimation. She was actually quite arrogant with me, and I can just, I, I was quite surprised, because I'd lived in Italy for 23 years, and before that I'd lived in England for 3 years, and I'd lived away, and she was not at all concerned about, how my life was going. But anyway, so one day we were just sitting together, and going through some photographs, and then all of a sudden, something clicked in her, and she was not the same person anymore. She, I don't know. She had a mental breakdown or something, and from being the normal person that she was, she suddenly went into dementia, in a sense that she was not there anymore. she became very humble and gentle, and from being aggressive, she all of a sudden um, was transformed into this um, very vulnerable, um, baby, basically, and we had to take care of her all the time, and not allow her to do anything on her own. So in the film, about this dementia mother experience, that I found. She says she's going to go to Michigan, no, to Mississippi, and they were in New York, and she said, I'm going to walk, to um, Mississippi, and this was kind of my mother. She was very confident and everything, um, and but in the film, she's living on her own, and that is not possible. For a person who is in dementia, you can't live. You can't allow them to live alone, because they might put on some gadget, either electrical or gas or something or water, and not take care of it. And so it's very um, iffy, and I noticed that once my mother went out, and my and the neighbors found her peeing outside in the street, and everybody was horrified. So we had to take care of her not going out on her own, um, and watch her all the time. Later on, I had people come, various women come and look after her and be with her. So, it was trying to make her last days or years, because she lived 2 or 3 years after that, in a enjoyable way. We went to visit her brothers and sisters who she hadn't been with for some time, and that was a good thing. But basically, there wasn't anything else to do but make her life um, a bit interesting, while she was, able to um, um, understand what was going on, because she had moments of clarity, and there were pills for Alzheimer's. Later on she was taking pills, but on the whole, just making it easier for them to um, um, be with the people that they loved, and that sort of thing. Like in the film, the daughter is always thinking, oh, this, she loves cats, so we should have her be with her beloved cats, and that sort of thing. So basically, anything you love um, is a cure. In her case, the cats are a cure for her. Um, um, and I must say one thing, that my mother used to watch a lot of television, and the television was not a good thing for her, watching television too much. I mean, it was like on all the time, from the morning till the evening, and when she slept, she used to listen to the radio. So this was just a sign that things were not going well. But I'm surprised at the fact that it happened so out of the blue. You know, it just came out of the blue. It wasn't. We never thought that she could actually go into a state like that. You know, but it happened. You know, and she went from dementia. I think it was Alzheimer's next because she couldn't swallow quite well. Um, so. Yeah, I wish everybody who is going through this will find a good way of dealing with it. It was not easy, definitely, but I think in this film, the attitude of the daughter is very correct. You know, you have to think that they are children, you know, and you have to play with the situation, you know, like she's doing it with, she is so light-hearted, or trying to be, you know, and acting accordingly, you know, to the situation. So that's why I'm following her. Well, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you. Bye.